As bankers, tycoons and political leaders gathered in Davos this week to debate how to save the world's economy, protesters from the Occupy movement congregated outside. On one thing, the two groups agree, that capitalism is in crisis. But is there any more scope for a meeting of minds? Our economics editor, Faisal Islam, has been finding out.
No banker or modern corporate titan wants to be left behind in the debate about capitalism's soul. So the World Economic Forum has been all about self-awareness in the snow.
We're in a big mess globally, economically and financially.
Everybody should have the right to question and say, well, are we on the right track and what can we do different?
I don't think capitalism can grow forever. It has to move on a new level.
Capitalism has improved the world. Let's never be in any doubt about that.
Global capitalism is facing a legitimacy crisis, and for the first time, these global corporate titans are facing a worldwide protest movement that's very vague in its intentions, apart from one thing that they're definitely against, which is people like this. Meet Kate Robertson, a Davos delegate and self-described dyed-in-the-wool capitalist. She runs one of the world's biggest ad agencies, and her clients are noticing the popular discontent. And this is 22-year-old Flurina Marugg. Part of Occupy Davos, she's been braving sub-zero temperatures, sleeping out in an igloo near the conference as a protest against the fat cats in their £1,000 a night hotel suites. We took Kate from the 1% elite to the igloo to meet Flurina from the 99% to see if there might be any thaw in relations. And this is Kate.
I'm Kate from
Delegate.
Hello there, from your RSCG.
Massive advertising company that
advertising company. In our countries, more economic growth is more of the same, and more of the same is not healthy anymore because we have more than enough.
And corporates they're not going to go back on making huge
That's
profits.
a complex thing though, Faisal. That's a really complex thing there, because in theory, actually that's all logical and it's correct. But in these countries, whether it's the UK, Switzerland, the States, France, Germany, where we've got more than enough, people your age have got no jobs. So that's the thing that's why I want to ask specifically with you guys. I'm really concerned about what protests like this, which I think are amazing, what it is exactly that you're asking for. And I don't think the ask globally is clear. Because I think if the ask globally from you guys was clear, I think the movement would be bigger. But the ask is massive. It's so massive.
You wouldn't consider yourself to be anti-capitalist, though, would you?
Oh yeah, I think in the way how capitalism is right now, I consider myself anti-capitalistic because I'm against economic growth, like against that it must be a condition.
But even
economic growth.
Say China, they've grown loads and they've lifted hundreds of millions of people out of
India.
poverty.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I say. Economic growth, you cannot generalize it.
Okay.
But if it must be a condition that economic growth belongs to capitalism and profit belongs to capitalism, if those two things are the key factors that define capitalism, I'm against capitalism. And I know now everyone is crying, communist. No, I'm not communist. It's just rational, because it's really dangerous if power and money is centralized like it is today. And I'm here to protest because I'm afraid that if it doesn't change now, it will take a real riot to change, because people are getting sick of it.
Don't you think, and I don't disagree with anything you're saying, don't you think though, when you guys talk about having no leader, yeah? I'm listening to you and I'm standing here, I'm a mother, my daughter's probably your age. I think you're a leader. I think you guys, that's the one thing I think you guys are getting wrong. I think you do need leaders.
But then
the movement does need leaders.
The bigger point is, do you take this advice? Do you think it's a bit patronising?
Oh, come on, Faisal, it's not meant to be patronising.
Of course, I
think they need leaders.
Look, the thing is,
this is a leader.
I think capitalism can be good and people like her can make it good. Realistically.
If we listen?
If you listen, and if there are enough of those people over there, probably. But I'm very skeptical because in the past I was not surprised in good ways about how our elite is leading the world.
Things really going to change?
They have to. It absolutely kills me. Personally, and this is not me speaking professionally, but personally, it absolutely kills me. I'm standing here and I'm going, we are failing them. We are failing them. I can't bear it. I can't bear it.
But not all your fellow WEF participants.
No,
really
absolutely, but we've got to try. I don't care. We've got to try harder. We've got to try harder. I'm not agreeing every point, but there's skepticism, there's constantly being let down, the constant wars, the rising inequality. You just stand here and go, you know, I want my daughter at that age to have a better future.
In the exec suites and in the igloos, they both want that better future. From here, the 1% elite seem rather worried. Faisal Islam, Channel 4 News in Davos.